What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be teaching you 10 rules that I've learned from 5 years of trading. These are going to be straight to the point, no bullshit rules that I wish my younger, unprofitable self would have heard. The first rule, and the most important rule, is to follow the charts, not your feelings. Trading is a game of logic, right? Your emotions will do nothing but hurt you in the game of trading. When I first started trading, sometimes I would enter a trade purely because I felt like the price was going to go up. I would look at my chart and I say, oh, okay, maybe the price will go up. I'm going to take a trade. This is never a good decision. And 99% of the time when I would do this, I would lose the trade. You have to trade what you see, not what you feel. When you take a trade, you should see something that makes sense to you, right? You should say, okay, this is a good setup and I'm entering this trade because of X reason or because of Y reason. You should have a clear reason on why you are entering the trade. And your reason should not be because I want to make money. Obviously, you want to make money. That's why you started trading. That's why I started trading. That's why pretty much everybody started trading. But in order to make money, you need to find a great spot to enter and exit the market. So your reason for entering the trade needs to be bigger than I want to make money, because we all want to make money. In trading, both our positive and our negative emotions can hurt us. If you make money, sometimes you'll get way too confident and then you'll take a trade because you think that you're the next Warren Buffett, right? You're just like, oh, I'm going to take this trade because I just made money. No. And your negative emotions can also hurt you, right? After you take a big loss, you might want to take another trade because you want to make the money that you lost back. The key is to be aware of these emotions and understand how they're affecting you, right? None of us will ever be able to completely turn off our emotions, but what we can do is we can look at these emotions and say, okay, I'm having these thoughts. I'm not going to act on these thoughts. I'm going to stick to my plan. Rule number 2, you can't trade if you don't have any money. So make sure you don't lose your money. And here's the thing, you can take a lot of losses without losing all your money. The mistake that most of you make, and the mistake that I made when I first started out, was I was using terrible risk management. And I honestly wasn't even really aware of what risk management was when I first started trading. In trading, we make decisions, and these decisions either make us money or lose us money. The important thing to keep in mind is that we are putting money, we are putting dollars behind each of these decisions. You need to make sure your account balance will not be significantly affected if the trade goes wrong. You do this by making sure that you are not putting your entire account into one trade. So many people put way too much money into each trade when they first start trading, and then they lose one trade and they go, oh, trading's not for me. No, you were just gambling. I recommend risking 1 to 2% of your account max per trade. So what this means is that if you have $10,000 in your account, you should never be risking more than $100 to $200 per trade. The only exception to this rule, and something that I will not recommend doing, but that you could do, is that if you are completely okay with losing the money in your account. So if you're going to say to me, RP, I have $3,000 in this account, and this $3,000 is play money. I just want to flip. In that case, you can risk more because you are 100% comfortable with the possibility that you could lose your entire account. Rule number 3, plan your trade and trade your plan. You need to have a plan for every trade. What this means is that you should know when you're getting out of the trade if it goes wrong, and when you're getting out of the trade if it goes right? So you should have a place that you're going to exit at a loss and a place that you're going to exit when you take the win. This is called having a stop loss and a take profit. A quick rule of thumb is that a stop loss is designed to stop your loss from getting worse than it already is, right? So a stop loss order basically limits your loss. So let's say you have a stop loss at negative $200. Your trade will automatically close when you hit that negative $200 mark. And a take profit is exactly what it sounds like. It's a place that you are taking your profits of the trade. So you might have your take profit at plus $1,000. So when that trade hits that $1,000 mark, bam, you're taking your profits. If you don't have a plan, you're pretty much gambling, right? Because the market is random. We can't control what the market does, but we can control the decisions that we make. And if you don't know what decisions you're going to make, you're pretty much gambling. Rule number 4, focus on making money, not being right. Ever since I was a kid, I like being right? Like, I'm not going to lie. I was the kid on the playground that would pick an argument, and even if I was wrong, I wouldn't fucking let that argument go. I'd say, no, I'm right. A lot of you have this tendency, and this tendency can actually bleed into our trading in the following way. When we're in a losing trade, sometimes we will tell ourselves that the trade's going to reverse, that we're still right. We just got to wait it out. Right? So the trade goes from negative 500 to negative 600, negative 800, negative 1,000, negative 2,000, all while we are still thinking, yeah, this trade's going to reverse. This is the one. We've all done this, and the reason we've all done this is because we are human and we have emotional tendencies, and these emotions will bring their way into our trading, right? And this specific emotion of not accepting when we're wrong can lose us a lot of money. You can fix this bad habit by cutting your losses. Earlier in the video, we talked about having a trading plan, and this is especially relevant to this rule. You should know exactly when you're getting out of the trade, right? And me personally, I get out of the trade pretty quickly. So if I'm wrong, bam, I'm out of the trade. The best traders are the traders who are able to quickly accept that they are wrong and then move on. Imagine that you accept that you're wrong. Bam, you take a $200 loss, but then you now see where the market's going, so you get back in for the right position, and then you make another $1,000. That's the power of cutting your losses, everybody. Rule number 5, don't chase trades. You might be like, why is he fucking yelling at me? The reason I'm yelling at you is because you need to stop chasing trades. Sometimes the market will move, and we will miss the move. I will miss the move. You will miss the move. Warren Buffett will miss the move. Elon Musk, we'll all fucking miss the move. And the difference between me and the people who make money and you is I accept that I'm going to miss a lot of moves in the market. When I first started trading, I did not have this realization. I would literally try to catch every single move. If you think I'm kidding, I'm not. I would sit in front of the TradingView chart all day with my Robinhood open, trying to catch the up, the down, the up, the down, the up, the down. And then I figured out a solution. The solution is that I am going to have a specific hour on when I start trading and a specific hour on when I stop trading. This specific time frame is for when I'm trading futures. If I see an investment or a swing trade, sometimes I will trade at a random hour of the day. But I trade futures from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My setups usually happen between 9:30 and 10:15 a.m. Once I understood this, I realized that it would be most beneficial for me to only trade while my setups are happening. This completely fixed my problem of chasing trades because a move would happen, but I'd say, you know what? I already made my money. Rule number 6, keep it simple. Your chart should not look like this. So many of you have such complicated charts, and it's so funny because you are completely starting out, but your charts look like you're some super advanced mega trader. The reason we do this is because we feel like the more stuff on our charts, the better decisions we're going to make. The opposite is actually true. The less stuff you have on your charts, the less things you have overcomplicating you, the better decisions you're going to make because your brain will have clarity. Simplicity leads to clarity, right? Think of your room when it's super clean to when it's super dirty. When your room is super clean, you probably have clearer thoughts and you're making better decisions. Same thing with your chart. I literally only use one indicator and sometimes 2 indicators. This has helped me so much. And when I first started out, I was using way too many indicators, and this just confused the fuck out of me. I want to question you. Why are you using the indicators that you have on your chart, right? If you have MACD and volume and RSI and all this stuff on your chart, genuinely, why are you using it? If you can't provide a clear answer to me, take these indicators off of your chart. The same thing goes with levels, right? If you're just randomly marking levels on the chart and you don't know why these levels are important, you probably shouldn't have these levels. Our chart as a trader is literally what we're using to make decisions with real money. So you have to treat this very seriously because it is serious. I know some traders who literally don't use any levels or any indicators. They just look at the market and they have their idea of what they want to see happen and then they place their trade. I don't know anybody that has a bunch of crazy indicators and their chart looks super complex that makes any money. All these people are usually just trying to sell you some fancy thing. Simplicity is key, right? Whether you're using my strategy or your own strategy, I highly recommend that you keep it as simple as possible. Rule number 7, if there is no setup, there is no trade. If you don't see what you want to see happen in the markets, meaning a specific set of things occur, you should not take a trade. For me, I trade based off of price's reactions to key levels. So if price does not come near any of these key levels, I won't trade. I've taken my best trades when I am super patient, when I am literally just sitting there saying, okay, this is what I want to happen. If it happens, I'll take the trade. If it doesn't happen, I won't take the trade. My worst trades have come from when I have no plan and I just randomly put on a trade because of some emotional urge that I have. When opportunity meets preparation, it looks like luck. So when you're prepared and you're waiting for that opportunity and you find that perfect trade, people are going to look at you and say, oh, you got lucky. But in reality, you were just prepared. Rule number 8, you'll make money when you stop trying to make money. You might be like, what the fuck? I thought the whole goal of this was to make money. It is, but our focus is not to make money. Our focus is to find great spots to enter and exit the market. This was such a huge shift in my mindset for me because when I first started trading, I was just trying to make money. That was my only goal. Make money, make money, make money. I then made my goal to completely understand the market and to be the best trader I could be. I literally became obsessed with the charts. I wanted to know why the market did this, how the news affected this move, why the news didn't affect this move. I made it my entire goal to become the best possible trader and to understand the markets to a T. A little trick that I recommend for you is to find great spots to enter and exit the chart without actually putting a trade on. I want you to pull up a chart and literally just look at the chart and say, okay, this was a great spot to short. This was a great spot to exit the short. This was a great spot to buy. This was a great spot to exit the buy. I want you to literally spend hours doing this. This will condition your mind to actually find great spots to enter and exit the chart without being so focused on making money that you lose sight of what actually is making you money, which is the analysis. There's a very simple principle in life, which is called cause and effect. You do something, and then as a result of you doing this thing, another thing happens. In trading, making money is the effect. The cause is you finding great spots to enter and exit the market. If you do a good job with the cause, the effect will naturally happen. Rule number 9, track your trades. You should be journaling every single trade you take, especially when you're beginning. When you start out, you need to understand exactly what you're really good at and what you're bad at. You need to do this from a technical standpoint and from a mental standpoint. Every time you open up your journal, you should talk about why you took the trade, how you were feeling when you took the trade, and if the trade won or if the trade lost. If you won the trade, you should talk about exactly what you did well and how you can repeat this in the future. If you lost the trade, you should talk about why this trade went wrong and if the trade just went wrong because it just happened, or if this was a mistake that you can prevent doing in the future. Every single time you journal, I recommend analyzing your trade from an emotional standpoint, a technical standpoint, and a strategic standpoint. A technical standpoint meaning were all your levels intact, right? Did you mark out all of these levels? Did you miss anything? A strategic standpoint meaning did you follow your rules, right? Is your strategy working? Is there anything that needs to be improved with why you're entering and exiting? And then emotional standpoint meaning why did you take this trade? Did you take this trade because you saw something that you liked? Or were you just making an emotional mistake, right? Were you revenge trading or were you, trading because you were overconfident? Doing this will allow you to get a lot of data and information on what you're good at and what you're bad at. Journaling will also allow you to understand when your strategy works super well and when it doesn't work that well. For example, maybe your strategy works great when the market is in a super clear trend, but it doesn't work as well when the market's choppy. Journaling will allow you to know this so that when the market is in a super clear trend, you could trade, and that when the market is choppy, you probably should avoid the charts. The last rule, the trend is your friend. When I first started trading, sometimes I would try to catch the reversal of a trend, right? So if we were in an uptrend, I would say, okay, I think this trend's going to reverse and move down. I'm going to try to catch that reversal. This would pretty much never work. When you are trading, I highly recommend trying to catch a trade in the direction that the market is moving. So for example, if the market is moving up, I recommend looking for buys. If the market's moving down, I recommend looking for sells. This might sound like common sense, but if you've been trading for a while, you understand that this is not common sense, and a lot of us will try to catch these reversals instead of just trying to play the trend. This is especially true if you're swing trading. I highly recommend trading with the trend so that you can profit off of what the market is already doing, right? Moving up or moving down, instead of trying to predict and say, okay, the market's going to completely reverse. Those are 10 rules I've learned from being in the markets for over 5 years. If you want to join my trading community, you can join by clicking the link in the description of this video. Please like and subscribe if you found this helpful. Thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.